Hey Jana, happy Monday. I'm sorry, but my Sundays just have seemingly been very busy, which is very ironic because I usually just sleep. I don't really do much, but by the time I remember to do my video, it's like 1 a.m. and I'm like, oh crap. Oopsies. Real talk though, is that the proper use of irony? These questions kill me. All right, moving on. So, okay, today I'm going to talk about Jane Austen, which may be shocking to some, but to others it will not be. I read Persuasion earlier this week, and literally, like, I'm obsessed. I'm literally obsessed. I just started Northanger Abbey, and have like 50 pages to go. Like, it's really good. But anyway, so down at school, I'm taking a class on Jane Austen. It's called Jane Austen in Economics, and in it we're studying Jane Austen's novels and the economic time frame in which her novels were written, and how she incorporates economics in her novels, and just the difference in economy back then, and how the lifestyle was different, and how people viewed marriage differently, and all sorts of things. It's a very, very awesome and great class. I'm really, really enjoying it. Michigan difference. It's a joke on campus here. Like, all my friends always make fun of me for being obsessed with Jane Austen. They always make fun of it because I'm always talking about her novels or, that time frame. I'm like obsessed with period dramas, and, some of my favorite books are like Jane Eyre and, everything by Jane Austen. And I'm just a huge fan of that writing style. And, after taking a class on Jane Austen, it kind of like resurrected this love. I started reading Jane Austen when I was in 8th grade. I read Pride and Prejudice, and the following year I read Sense and Sensibility and Emma. And then I just took a break, and I'm obsessed with Pride and Prejudice. I've read it like 50 times. It's really embarrassing. I love it. I think it's such a great story, and I admire the characters in it. And I admire Jane Austen's writing and all of her different characters and how they're all different in all of her books. And this semester we've studied Pride and Prejudice, Emma, Sense and Sensibility, and then Persuasion, which I haven't read Persuasion before, and I'm obsessed with it. Like, I might like it more than Pride and Prejudice, which I never thought I would ever say that, ever. But I loved it. I thought it was great, and I just loved how different it was from all her novels. But, my point in this is that the second time reading these novels, I've been able to appreciate more than what I did the first time. Taking this class and pairing it with economics, I'm able to kind of get the full effect of her books and understand how decorum and propriety was observed back then, and how people thought they married mostly for money, and how Jane Austen didn't think that way, and those were aspects that I never really understood before. And now that I have the full effect and a professor teaching me how life was back then, I've been able to appreciate it. And even reading them a second time around, or 10th if it's Pride and Prejudice, I've been able to focus less on the plot and stuff, and kind of keeping up with all the characters, and more on her writing style and her humor. Jane Austen is freaking hilarious. Let's be real here. I was in the league earlier today studying, and I was reading Northanger Abbey, and I just started laughing out loud. I was laughing so hard at her writing and her characters, because they're just so witty and ridiculous and hilarious. But the point is these are aspects that I didn't view before, and now I have the opportunity to do so, and I think that's really, really special. My point of this is now that I'm older and more able to appreciate Jane Austen's humor and kind of recognize the difference in her writing style when compared to other authors, is, really she's a timeless author. I mean, this stuff was written, 1800s, this 1818 or something, I don't know, when her last book was published, but, people are still studying it and still reading it, and she's really left her mark, and I just think that's so awesome. I wish I could be that person, but, I'm a huge fan of her stuff, and I wish she were still around so I could read more of it and meet her. Honestly, if I could go back and meet anyone, it would be Jane Austen. But, I just think she was such a special writer, and I really appreciate the things she's done, and, the horizons she's expanded in my, literary aspecting. But all right, I will actually see you on Wednesday. Oh, I might fall over with happiness. But yeah, that's, my view on Jane Austen. Good old Jane. All right, Jan, I'll catch you later. JanMarie out.